Hi, I'm Adam C, and welcome to the greatest car show in the world's car park.
This is just the car park for the Goodwood Festival of Speed, and we're going to walk around it for 3 days to see what cars turn up in the car park.
So this is the performance parking zone. We can pay a little bit extra to have your car kind of inside the show. Used to be just for supercars, but now they'll let any old riff-raff in. One of the stars of the top of the car park is this Datsun 240Z. Yes, it's replicating a 250 GTO, and no one can tell. He's putting his hand up like he's in some kind of assembly. Gordon Murray is the central feature this year, and there are so many T50s here. Last year we saw the first customer T50 that we have seen, but this year we're going to see so many more. So we've got the yellow one with the yellow central driving seat there, just to point out, by the way, it's got 3 of them. And then red Brembo brake calipers for some reason. You've got your standard smattering of Porsche 918 hypercar and Maloo Utes. This one of the 6-litre LS V8. I'm going to try and point out the cars that matter here. So Gen 1 Gallardo Superleggera, pay attention to these because it's so easy to get distracted by R35 GTRs and Mark IV Supras, although to be fair, I don't think I've seen these two before, so it's good to see. McLaren Senna needs to put its nose lift down. Now I do seem guilty when I say, oh, that was a Datsun 240Z up there, that Ferrari 250 GTO, then I come to a Shelby Daytona Coupe and I just call it a Shelby Daytona Coupe. But yes, of course, it is a recreation of the originals, but they're not necessarily based on like a Datsun or MX-5 or Z3. No, these have been built from the ground up. This I believe to be Superformance, so it's their own bespoke chassis. They use parts from Jaguar, etc., but great to see. And then right at the front of this section on today, which is the Friday, we've got Scoot Supercars in the Petrol Hedonism 190E that's just been completed. It's my first time seeing this right at the front with the Ultima. I parked here last year in the Viper and the Cobra, and we did see this 3,000 horsepower Jensen Interceptor. No one can quite comprehend or believe that it's got 3,000 horsepower, but that's what they tell people. That's what it says on the scoop, and that's what we've got to believe for now. Oh, and then Schmee 150, of course, 4GT, Dolce, no, 12 cylindry. I'm not calling it Dolce, whatever. Right, a little bit of a rant. So everyone says, oh, you must call it the Dolce Cylindri. If they wanted us to call it that, they would have spelt it out. For example, the Fiat Uno. We call it the Fiat Uno because it's written UNO, Uno. We don't call it the Fiat 1. But the Renault 5, we call it the Renault 5. We don't call it the Renault Sank? Is it Sank? No. What's French for 5? We don't call it that. We call it the 5 because it's got the number in. In the name, they have 1 and 2, 12. So we call it the 12. The British rant over. SF90XX is next door to the 12 cylindry. And then we have GF Williams with his Exige, the custom one with the lights on it. That's my best way of pronouncing it. And then a road legal 599XX. I believe this started life as your standard 599, but it's been converted into XX specification. But whilst you've got the performance car park up the top, there's also one down the bottom, and you'll never guess where we are now. That's exactly where we are. TVR Griffith, 5-litre, as most of them are. It's got its roof down for all the dust to collect in. Black interior, looks warm. Lamborghini Aventador Ultimate, celebrating all Aventador before they moved on to the Vuelta, which is next door. Oh, I know it's electric, it's got good performance, but should it be here? Absolutely not. But on the flip side, probably an infinite amount of time slower than that electric Mercedes thing, the Bentley. That's more like it. Not a blower, but probably still 4.5 litre. Love it. This Vuelta matches my living room, and he's gone carbon spoiler, the diffuser, the boots, up to the bonnet. It's not a boot, but you know, the engine cover, down the A-pillars, wing mirrors, bits of trim there, even down there by the lights. Every carbon option other than the wheels. Now previously in this campsite, Koenigseggs have been held, but they are still there, but there's security now, which makes sense. Can you see? Oh, there's one, is a Jesko, just there. Oh, and there's another one, there's just there. The Vanquish Zagato. So instead, we're going to go into the Goodwood Hotel. I've just seen something over there. No. This is the entrance to the Goodwood Hotel, and we have this Rolls-Royce shooting brake. Very nice, but I kind of reacted a little bit over there, and the security said it's fine, we can go see it. And up here, a genuine Ferrari 250 California Spider. This one belonging to Adrian Newey. So no bumpers at the rear. It's got the red leather interior inside. One of the most beautiful cars in existence. And of course, predictably debumpered up front. Graphite grey, 250 GT California Spider. What's this, an anti-Elon Tesla? That's like enjoying condoms but not liking sex. And further down here is the Aston Martin private camping. I wish that spec stayed private. So welcome to an Aston Martin DB4. That I actually prefer to the DB5. And we got a paints to sample GT2 RS with colour-coded wheels. It's a match. And then yellow calipers. We had red earlier. Oh, this is weird. My mother likes my MGB. In fact, she prefers it to all my other cars. We have an Aston Martin Valkyrie. Look how low it is compared to the DBX. They just don't really look like road cars when parked with road car traffic. Absolutely sat to the floor. The wheels are massive. Of course, grass gives you natural lows anyway. It looks like it has been here since yesterday because it's got a few fingerprints down it and my shadow. Hi. I don't know whether I can be bothered to go all the way over to that. I can't remember what it's called, but there it is. Google Lens tells us it's a Welsh hydrogen vehicle called the River Simple. Unfortunately, there are no rivers here to cool us down as we look for cars in the car park. Our first spot is an FD RX Evan, and we are already out of energy, so we're going to get in a car and do it. But not before we check out the Audi. It's got a custom front bumper and yellow halo lights, and you'll notice it's got custom wheels, forged carbon on the wing mirrors, and then standard wheel on the back here. Right, let's now get in a car. I don't know why I don't do this more often. It's much better in a car. Oh, Pontiac Le Mans. What is going on? Someone has bought the new Capri and even taken it out in public. Well, I let this quattro out of a junction this morning and then he went the different way, but I found him again. And green on the Mark 7 Fiesta. Carbon fibre as well.
You're going to have to clean that.
That is very dusty. Check out the spec on the 911. Got 5-spoke wheels, baby blue. It's just got the simple 911, but I don't mind that. This is where I'm meant to park tomorrow, and my 350Z is spotless right now, and I don't want to. Here are some other demonstrations of... Oh, we're meant to go out this way. I think, is it parked? Oh no, they're chatting, they're talking to a mate. The Evo's gonna get dusty too. Are we rally staging it? It's not the most exciting day of cars in the car park today as MX-5 Rev, so I'll catch you tomorrow and see what happens on the Saturday. So welcome to this Saturday and a Huracan STO that matches my living room and a Lotus Lock-Off on the front row of this performance parking here today. We've got a C6 with G6 on the plate, this one's a Z06 and a Whisker next door. An orange 992 GT3 RS with blue wheels, perhaps a hark to the Golf livery just done badly. I'm loving most of the spec on this Revuelto, the dark green, the bronze wheels, and then we have red interior, again with red calipers. But welcome to the mass of the main car park, and a car that I saw on the road yesterday. I'm glad I can show you it because it's some kind of Mad Max creation of the metal bash bar and the boost. There you go. It's like nitrous oxide or something similar with bullet holes on it so it doesn't work, and the wipers are rusty, and there's a spade on the bonnet which is rusty, and the dials there made of metal and probably rusty. It's quite fun. Look, you got the side pipes. Not all who wander are lost. Well, that is true actually. I'm not lost, but I'm going to wander around this car park, see what others I can find in the dust. Although whilst I'm not lost, I've lost my car. I'm going to dump off some artwork that I've bought for the house. It can't be hard to find a bright yellow 350Z. No. Honestly, I swear it was... To be fair, compared to others, not too dusty yet. There's some fans going on this Tesla. Is it on? Is it on? Sentry activated. Google tells me Sentry mode is for when it finds a threat whilst locked. So I am now a threat. Numero uno. Where's the camera? There's probably a camera here. Hello. Also, if you needed proof that we're at Goodwood, that's a Formula 1 car, and that is an HSV VXR8. What we got here then? More mismatched wheels and a plate that says Ginge. R.I.P. to Ginge. It's warm, the sun's here, cream up. And R.I.P. to this BMW. It's got rudeness. Oh, they've even tried a vagina. I don't know if you can... Yeah, fair play. They've tried. Oh my... Right.
This is a familiar sight. If you know, you know. So, just walking past a white barge, Toyota Chaser in white, and a blue and white Cobra. Amazing.
And what's even better is this is a Dax, and I think it might even be the same colour as mine. It might be Imperial Blue. It's a bit newer than mine, so it might not be. And then the Chaser has got, I think, a Vertex body kit or maybe a rep, but even still, JZX100 Chaser in white, Dax Cobra. Is this another Tesla that's sensing a threat? Yes. It's in what, sensory mode or something? What's it say? Sentry activated. Hello.
Do you ever see a Tesla that's locked but the fan's running? Look at the screen inside, it'll say Sentry activated. I presume it records its surroundings, so you can wave at the owner and maybe flash them.
Let's swiftly move on from Teslas and to the Mitsubishi Evo 5. This one's red. That's it. Put the roof down, keep it down, show off the fact that your roof still works.
Last time my roof was down was when they wrapped it yellow. Since then it hasn't, because it's broken, and roof specialists don't touch them. I've got a motor, but nope.
I think the Teslas, that's on Sentry mode, I think they're scared of the helicopters. The screen isn't on, but I'll still give them a wave. Cooey!
I'm sure there's a Tesla community on Facebook or something with like rainbow-coloured profile pictures, and I hope that I'm in them. Who's this guy that's waved at my camera? Yeah, he waved at mine as well, at Goodwood.
Oh, daytime fireworks. Here's a Supra. This one's red. Although not all of it's red, there's bits of pink on the rear. Oh, his alarm's gone off. A Chimera at Goodwood, that's what my history of this show is about, because my dad had one of these. We used to come here when I was a kid. I don't know if you can see, there's more balls here. It says, I have good wood. And then a wiggly penis here, look. Oh, I really wish I could make this Ginster slice explode. It's just about to, but we'll leave it be.
It genuinely could be cooking in there, it's that warm. E-Type, Volvo.
E-Type, 4-cylinder F-Type. I wonder how many people see this Platinum 3 Series, then see the number plate with presumably an Instagram tag and think, I must check that out. Oh, there's a tag there as well, because, well, 320Ds, you don't see them. Huh. I mean, it is Goodwood. This tractor over here is wetting the mud to get rid of the dust so our cars can stay pristine. Ugh. It absolutely stinks, but there it is up there. The car's following it. It must be manure? Yeah, this is cool. Shame about the FXR plate on the VXR, but the scream is burning. Wow, a 320D! Is this like a look at me pose from the 12 cylindry? I mean, there must be some limitations to where he's parked from to stick out like that. So it seems the limitation is another 12 cylindry. Oh no, it's the Panther truck rental van, but there is another 12 cylindry. And maybe more interesting for some, a Citroen AX GT. This one has a sunroof.
I hope you appreciate how much I've walked for this one. We're really up a hill. Yesterday, a van rolled over on this hill. I think there were some hooligans inside testing its grip. Maybe they were on the rally stage earlier and wanted to join in, but this is what I've come up for.
It's a Mazda MX-5 in yellow. Oh, you know it. You can hear it. It's in the mode. The screen isn't showing, but we'll still do a little cooey. I know it's mostly windscreens, but look at the lack of imagination in the British scene. Absolute kudos goes to the VX220 and the Lotus Elise just over there. They're in the best colour. Nerd. And just beyond this 320D, something has caught my eye. Could this be a retro mod Porsche 914? And it's right-hand drive. These only came in left-hand drive. Look at the houndstooth interior. I guess it's been resprayed in this beige with wide arches. That is one of the favourites of the day. They've sprayed the bumpers black as well. Black wheels, very, Very special, this. And for today's unexpected hero of the day, the Fiat Ulysses. When was the last time you saw one of these? I mean, they're probably knocking around Italy in every single village and town and city, but I've not seen one for a while. Oh dear, Alex Penfold Photography has not cracked a window for his cat.
That is no way to treat your person. And whilst car alarms still go off in the distance from the daytime fireworks, I think that's that for this car park. So I'm gonna find another one. Is that a 320D? So welcome back to the performance parking zone with all these performance cars that get in. And whilst there don't seem to be any 320Ds on display, unfortunately, we're gonna have to make do with this manual 850 with a flat tyre. My favourite in this car park so far is the orange Tuscan S, and going by my audience, your favourite probably is the Slammed M4. Strange there's no Instagram tag on it, much like how strange it is to have no number plate on the M1 something I. And whilst I'm not normally a wheel man, I'm not really a shoe man either, but I have noticed the wheels on this SLS, and I'm going to leave it open for comment, but also, quick pause by the way, listen to this. Jaguar XJS is going up the hill. That was an XJS. This 911 Dakar has come all the way from Monte Carlo to get here, and this Mark IV Supra hasn't. I like how people keep these on to retain their originality, even though they look awful. Talking of the way things look, Audi R8, the self-proclaimed R8 LMS. They're a wide-body Audi R8, massive spoiler on the back, looking like a GT2 race car. Please forgive it for its unusual proportions and appreciate it for what it is, the 575 Super America. And this roof, if you can imagine, it does this. It pivots there. So it's effectively a convertible 575, but built in limited numbers, and if you want one, you're going to have to pay like 3 or 4 times the value of a 575 to get the Super America with its quirks. Now, it was always good to find a surprise. This surprise was found due to the crowd around it and the surprise in front of it as well. The Pagani Huayra Roadster, this one the Tempesta, which is special because it's got stripes that look American. So it is a Huayra BC Roadster with the Tempesta package, and then obviously this spec with the stripes and the star and the pearl white. It's actually getting far more attention than the Gordon Murray T50 that is behind it. This one platinum gold with brown interior, definitely worthy of the attention. Oh, it's slowly coming over. And then we have this 720S, the owner of which has applied a McLaren badge to the fuel cap for reasons. This Porsche is very appropriate for the dusty Goodwood of this year. Number plate Bahama, it could be covered in dust, we wouldn't know because it's the colour of dust. Oh, check out this tasty treat, a Baja bug. But for the final car park of the day, we've got Aston Martin once again, quite a few more. I believe that's to be Aston Martin's own car with that number plate. Look at the colour, satin. Oh, I've run out of names for colours, it's bluish. And the Valkyrie has been moved, but it's now tagged on the end, posed, still just as dusty as it was yesterday, along the lineup of no 320Ds. So I'll probably catch up with you tomorrow for the final day, the Sunday, and see what bold and bright cars we can see. That's crazy. Welcome to the final day of the car parks, and we have the MSO SLR. So we've seen this quite a few times, quite a few shows. Horsepower 636, cubic inch 332, number 14, PP. I've got one of those. And next door to the HDK SLR is, oh, I've got one of those. And perhaps the quirkiest car here, we've got the Donkervert with its 5-cylinder front-mounted engine, rear-wheel drive, quite a rare format, and doors that open weirdly, and then a hatch for your son. The pink on this Aventador SVJ was so rare and exciting that I almost didn't notice the 720 Mirage 4 GT that was next door. What an absolute duo here at the performance parking. So we're right down at the bottom of the hill, the performance zone. Got a long walk ahead of us to see what else is parked. So for the final day, I thought I'd find another car park, and doesn't seem worth it. There's golf behind me and golf in front of me as well. Oh, it turns out there's a range of golfs on the golf range. I think you can play polo here as well. A little bit of Japanese spotting. Got the Subaru with wide arches, which is just by the blue Honda NSX, and fairly cheap repairs on this Mercedes here. I presume it's a whole new bumper that doesn't fit, but showpiece. Oh, remember this from yesterday? Yeah. All right, mate. We're back in a car and we've spotted a Celica GT with a GT4 next door. Oh, friends.
We've got a Supra Mark IV and the name's James Bond. James. He's put an indoor car cover to cover his Boxster from the dust.
Pit stop.
A what? Pit stop? Oh, good plates. The Belgians have them all. Oh, the spoiler on the 3 Series. Oh, we've just spotted something. Are we going to get... Oh, here it is. Here it comes. We have a financial mistake. A wide-body Mazda RX-8 covered in dust. That's mega. Oh, there it is. Wow. It's definitely seen it. Wow, that's a lot of cars. I'm glad we're mobile. What's that? Looks yellow. What is
Evo.
There you go. There's the yellow Evo. I've seen this at a show before, to be fair. Oh, could this be an AC Bristol? I think it's some kind of ace. Look at its unhappy face with the roundels. Oh, there's a Cobra here, and he's got a padlock, like a bike chain, through his rear wheel so that no one steals it, because that happens. Well, it could, to be fair. Like, yeah.
Replica. Why would you steal a replica?
Well, they're fun. Oh, well, wasn't that just lovely? And an R33. Hell yeah! The police have come all the way from America in their Crown Vic sheriff's car with dust. And by the Bentley, we've got the 911 Carrera RS. Something one day convinced this person to put this wrap on their Audi A8. And if they hadn't have done, it wouldn't have got a feature in the video, so well done. Oh wow, look at this S2000. That's a colour I haven't seen before, like a bronzy brown, but dark in colour. It's got wide arches, different front bumper. Looks Rocket Bunny, but I don't know if it is Rocket Bunny. Down to the rear, you've got the golden Honda badge and a vent that doesn't vent to the rear arch there. And the rear lights are mirrors. So I'm guessing that that's the light, and then these are just... Look, hello. That's really bizarre. Amazing. It's a little bit of a shame that after all that work, the roof still hasn't been done yet. Well, that is a hole, and it's blue as well. Oh, so it's the interior. It's crazy. It's right towards the end of the day, towards the end of the weekend, and that's one of the spots so far. Well, we've left the car for now. We need to go into the performance parking zone at the top. As I've said, this BMW is beautiful and very dusty as well, and it looks like a cat's walked on it or something's dripped on it there. Just before the performance parking zone, I haven't pointed this out, there's a trio of very dusty Zenvos, including Schmee's TSRS. Well, we saw one Donkerverse at the bottom performance parking zone. We got 3 here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a 10th one down there. And what I didn't realise is there's a few different models. Like this one looks massive compared to the other ones. Look at the lights, slightly different. This one looks newer. Now, fun facts about this 812, I have actually signed it, but it was a few years ago and I can't remember where it was. And I presume someone had a Sharpie with them at Goodwood, and maybe we've got a few more than were before. Apparently, that is too good. But I think all the others now are cars that have been here the other days. They've just crept forwards and just remained in here. It's a bit of a top tip. Although, so here's one Lotus Exige next door to the C6 Corvette. Oh, imagine that, a 1JZ and a 488. So they were the spectators' ride from the Festival of Speed this year. Really warm now, so I hope you enjoyed and appreciate that video. A lot of walking involved, and a lot of driving as well. Follow me on all my social channels for updates, highlights and pictures of these cars, because there's some that I didn't film that I did photograph over there. But for now, thanks for watching.